Welcome to today's Big Brother Canada chat.
This is your episode 24 chat, and we left on kind of a little cliffhanger.
We got some stuff to talk about here. First of all, Maddie was evicted.
Bye, Felicia.
That was a delayed reaction.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, like, bye.
No, right. No. It was unanimous.
And the HOH comp was in progress.
Yeah, and this one's special because the house guests are not competing. Their family members are.
1 hour before the show.
Yeah, let's do a little.
Yeah, Cass found out that the bros wanted Tim out. Tim was the target, not the pawn.
They were doing some last-minute campaigning, and also freaking Phil sitting there with his banana, being a little baby bitch, being like, sorry, being like, freaking Cass and Tim are snakes.
Would you say he was a schoolboy bitch?
I think I would.
All right. So the competition was called Rockin' a Hard Place. You had to ring in when you thought 1,000 rocks had come down. Mm-hmm. This was so emotional for the house guests.
At first they were, having a good time, watching everybody like, oh, this is so fun. And for the family members, it was emotional too because they're like, holy crap, I want to put my loved one in a good position here this week. There was a lot of pressure there.
Hey, that Pax Bros mom, she was the host.
Yeah, even though they weren't eligible for this HOH competition, their mom was still there to host.
Now I see where they get their enthusiasm from.
She was like, all right, next. No, she's great, I'm sure.
Of course she's great. All right, so the loved ones kind of got punished as well.
They had some decisions to make. So either the house guests were going to get crapped on or the loved ones were. So there were a couple questions, like first of all, do you guys want to punish the house with slop for the week? Or do you want to get blasted by slop?
You know they didn't want to get blasted, but they did it for their loved ones.
Yeah.
I didn't see like unanimous decisions. I just saw like one person like, yes, we want to get blasted.
I loved when Nikki's manager / best friend would speak up and be like, oh no, Nikki, she's not doing that for the week. She's not doing that.
Yeah.
It's like he was negotiating.
It's not in her rider.
Yeah.
All right, so another one was cold water sprayed on you. Did you notice they had to step away from their podiums? Because I think the
different holes.
Yeah.
The different spray holes. Yeah, so the house guests were not stuck with cold water for the week because their loved ones were like, okay, we'll take it.
Everything was great because the loved ones got crept on.
At least the water washed off the slop.
Yeah.
Poor Joel's mom got blasted in the face and her hat came off.
Blasted her hat off.
Yeah.
So 1 hour and 20 minutes into it, Saeed's all like, I want to be the first one to buzz in. So I'm going to, leech off of somebody else and see when they're ready to buzz in and then sneak in there like a
Price is Right, $1 bid.
Or like an eBay thing, like you wait for the
swoop in at the last minute.
You got to swoop.
Yeah.
So he did. He swooped in.
He was the first one to buzz in.
And Cassandra was all like, "Oh man,
Dad!"
You know what? They should have taken it away from her for that because he was the winner.
Whoa! He was only off by 20.
I know.
That's crazy. Good job, Saeed.
So all of the loved ones got to come in and like do hugs. And
yeah, Cassandra's dad came out first.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my god, good job. I love that Cass acknowledged that her dad had to win this HOH for her. At least she's self-aware.
Yeah.
But then it turned into like the end of Lord of the Rings when the hobbits and everybody are healing in the elf place and in Rivendell. And everybody comes in the room to see them.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. Like one family member would show up, then another.
Tears.
Yeah, it was emotional.
There was, I think there was a lot of game talk going on.
I think there was a lot of information exchange there from what I've been hearing on the feeds, but we didn't see it on the show.
No.
So I think Big Brother should have been a little bit more strict with that.
I think so too.
And I just don't understand how like everybody got to have time with their loved ones when they were like, oh, the winner will get special.
I know. The bros cried like little tiny babies for their mom.
But let's be real. If I was in the house and you were there, I'd be like,
it was like their mother walked in with 2 broken legs, though, the way that they were crying.
Well, maybe she did. I don't know. Maybe she had 2 boots on.
Could be. So everybody got their visit with family, which was nice.
And then it was time for Cass to get her HOH room.
Yay! She got a tiara and a wand so she can be even more obnoxious than usual.
So much screaming.
She
So
got
much
her
screaming.
letter from home that said, you know, it's so quiet without you here. I believe that.
I mean, sometimes loud people are fun, though. I love loud people.
She didn't have any tears for that letter. I guess she
She
shed
just
them all
saw
for
her dad, yeah.
So the bros immediately are strategizing over who Cass should put up for her HOH.
Yeah, because she's really going to listen to you.
So Cass, Tim, and Joelle were like, you know what? Let's put up the bros.
They're the Threak Show. They're working together. They've got a tight group of 3. And they want to go after the brothers this week.
And Tim is really turned on by Cass's confidence.
When is Tim not turned on?
I don't know. Maybe that's why he had to pierce it.
No!
Down, boy! Alright, so...
I'm going to move on with my life now. Okay, so... It was time for a fun challenge.
All right.
Not only are there no have-nots this week, thanks to the loved ones, but if they complete this task, the have-not room will be shut down for the good.
Oh
It really smells,
no! Doesn't it? I think
Okay, keep going.
someone over there
Someone's in the litter box.
with 4 legs
Okay.
and a tiny head. Alright, so...
For this task, it's so bad. For this task, Nikki and Joel have to have a fake wedding in the have-not chapel.
Or was it? You know...
Imagine they legally got married by accident, like a sitcom.
Marsha the Moose was the officiant.
Yeah.
She's duly sanctioned by Big Brother Canada to perform this wedding.
Yeah.
At least everybody got to get dressed up.
Everybody got dressed up. That dress was about 5 sizes too big for Nikki.
Oh my god, it was terrible. It was like she was wearing a sack.
It reminded me of Beetlejuice when
Yes.
she's wearing the wedding gown
Yeah,
and then
but
she's
she's a
like shriveling
skeleton.
up
Yeah.
and the dress is too big.
Joel practicing for his big kiss was scary.
Ew, Tim was right. It was like he was breastfeeding and he's the baby.
Alright, so Tim was the father of the bride. He got to walk Nikki down
That
the
was
aisle.
actually really cute.
It was really
Wasn't it
cute.
cute?
Yeah. They had little poem vows and ring pops.
Gotta have ring pops, duh.
And then Joel, I think he hurt Nikki when he kissed her. We call that hurt to kiss. He
It was
missed
intense,
her mouth too.
yeah.
He missed her mouth. They got to party with some cake and champagne.
Ooh, ooh.
And of course, Nikki tried to trade in the champagne for some
She wants
vodka.
her vodka.
Big brother, if it's all the same to you, can I just have some vodka instead of the champagne?
She really loves her vodka.
And Tim said, you guys have to have sex tonight.
No! All right, excuse me. So then it's back to the game. Can't just play wedding all day.
All right. Cass tells Nikki, you're the pawn this week, honey.
Yeah, and Nikki
going up.
does not want to go up on the block, but Tim and Cass reassure her it's gonna be okay.
She knows it's going to be okay. The reason why she doesn't want to go on the block is because she doesn't want to have to do all the
She's got
diary room
pack.
sessions.
She's got to like bother people for
It's
votes.
too much work.
And they're like, don't worry, it's gonna be fine.
She asked Joel,
Her new husband.
yeah, what should I say in my speech?
He's like, what speech are you? There's no speech for you. You're
No.
not speaking.
Not until like after the POV.
Yeah, so then she's like, okay, well, what should I do? Should I just like keep my head down and shut the F up?
Yeah.
Yeah, good
pretty
plan.
much.
Good plan. Honestly, though, that's all she needs to do at this point.
Yeah. So there was a lot of pre-campaigning going on.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey talks to Cassandra and is like, you know what? You
We
should
can't
get rid of
trust Tim."
Get rid of Tim.
Yeah.
If Tim gets evicted, then maybe Nikki will self-evict.
Really?
I don't think so.
Really?
Cass and Joel, they have been working together the whole game.
They've been working together
they're
for
the
a
ride or
long
die
time.
alliance.
They got that thing going with Tim. I'm not really sure at this point if Cass is actually closer to Joel or Tim. I think she would probably bring Joel to the end over Tim, though, because I think she has a better
as
chance
well.
against him.
I think so as well. So the bros talk to Cass and they tell her that if her dad didn't win HOH for her, Jared and Kelsey would have put her and Tim up this week.
Oh, snap! So the bros are throwing Jared and Kelsey under the bus.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
So then Jared tells Kelsey, let's just lay low.
He thinks they're good this week. Kelsey is like, we need to work on this a little bit. And he's like, no, we're not. Stop it. Stop talking to people.
He goes and talks to Cassandra with her. And they say, put the bros up. Which was so funny, because just as they walked out, they were like, okay, so we were both bad-mouthing each other to Cassandra.
Yeah. Let me make sure my butt is safe, and then we'll agree not to go after each other.
Yeah, exactly. So it's time for the noms, and the short list is the bros. She can't trust them, and besides, they've never been on the block, and they are a huge threat in the house, and to have not even been on the block once is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Nikki, she's the perfect pawn. Sounds good.
Jared, huge threat.
And Tim,
people have been trying to get him out forever.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Tim, big social threat. They're working together, but this may be her only chance to make a big move like this and get rid of him.
She's never going to win HOH again because Daddy's not there to do it for her.
You never know. I'm pretty sure she was not planning at all on putting Tim up, but the producers were like, hey, give us a little bit of excitement here.
You got to have 4. So Nikki is nominated first, and Nikki, you need to have the full BB Can experience. Did you notice how, like, robot-like Cass was in her...
I didn't think she was robot-like.
Yeah, she's
kind of doing a funny voice. She does a lot of funny voices.
Okay, well, I don't watch the feeds like you do, so I don't know this. And the bros. You guys have never been on the block. You're a big threat.
They were so ridiculous during this with their cheers.
Yeah, what was up with that?
God, oh my God.
Who do you want to see win the POV?
Let us know in the comments.
And until next time.
Much love.
Edit.